For the student athletes.
First of all, I want to praise Washington State. They made it very difficult for us. They just were very competitive, and it was just an incredibly challenging game. Soccer is an interesting game. I mean, honestly, if you look at the chances created, they created better chances than we did. We happened to finish the two that we created, but they created twice as many chances as we did, and yet here we are advancing. So I want to congratulate their players, who I thought outfought us a lot of the time, and certainly their coaching staff that did a great job with their roster to basically blow up the entire bracket and be here in the Final Four. But having said that, I'm so excited to be alive in the NCAA tournament, and I want to congratulate certainly the two I have up here with me, and also the rest of the kids that would not roll over and die.
With that, we'll begin with questions for our student athletes. If you could state your name and affiliation before asking your first question.
Claudia Dicky.
Sorry.
That's the highlight.
I'm so confused by your question.
She's a rookie. This might be her first press conference.
Can you tell?
Anybody here
I'm good. I don't
who wants to be the first? Go ahead. Right in.
Well, Claudia, that final 30 minutes of the second half, it seemed like Wazoo was just really kind of barreling down on you guys in barrage. What was it like from your standpoint, seeing Morgan Weaver and some of the other chances that they were creating on
I think it was really stressful for us because you couldn't hear anything. Like, a bunch of us were trying to talk in the back, and it was just hard to communicate even to Macy and Lotta. Like, you could see things, but it was hard. Unless something happened, you couldn't get to them to tell them to step or be tight. So I think we were all a little happy when the buzzer went off, but I think those 30 minutes were pretty stressful for us.
Was it the crowd that was what?
Yeah, everything, the planes, the crowd, the fans behind us mostly. But
Go ahead, Jorge.
Jorge the Neve, Girls Soccer Network. When you guys give up that first goal, what was going through your heads in terms of how to get back in the game?
Do we need to talk on this or not?
Yes, if you could talk to that.
I think last weekend when we played Southern California, we went down, we came back, we went down, we came back. So, yeah, obviously you never want to concede in a soccer game, that's just how it is. But we knew with the attacking prowess that Washington State had, it could be a problem. And we know that with the likes of Morgan Weaver, who's had an unbelievable season, we knew that she is a threat. So, and she took her chance, but we never gave up and we fought until the final whistle, and we knew we could find our way back into the game.
I would say from defensive standard, it's always frustrating because we were at that point. I felt like we were on top of them, and I think us bouncing back, especially from the forwards who've done well all season, we try and protect them as much as we can, but sometimes we give up a goal, and that they always have to step up and score. And I think their forwards were incredible tonight, and they have been all season, and that really showed. We really struggled to keep up with them, and I think they did really well, pushing us.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Right here.
Jared, Top Draw Soccer. Claudia, you guys shut them down on corner kicks for the most part. Was that something you guys scouted, or you just felt comfortable coming off your line in those situations?
Yeah, we scouted that a lot. We go, before every game, we go over corner kicks with our assistant coach, Damon, and we have, scouts for where, and we switch around where people need to be so that they can win headers. But I think our zone is useful because it gives me room to, move about and go get the ball. And sometimes, I judge it too early, and then, the one at the end, it goes behind. But I think that my teammates have faith in me and let me go, even if they're not always sure. So I think we do a really good job scouting, and I also think they give me the freedom because they trust me to do it. So.
And then, Alessia, about the goal, Taylor plays in a great ball for you. The timing of your run, what were you seeing in that instant?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great ball over the top from Taylor, and she played me one just before, a couple, it was the exact same situation, pretty much, just a bit further out to the left. But yeah, I just saw it as an opportunity. As a forward, anytime you get into the box, that's what you got to try and do, is finish the ball, and credit to Taylor, it was on a play, and it was just fortunate that I got in behind and could put it away.
You had a shot in the second half. Was it a shot or a cross?
Was it on my right or my left?
It was on your right, I think.
Well, I can't really remember. I had one on my left that I should have scored, but it went straight to the goalkeeper. But probably a shot, but it might look like a cross. Yeah.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, at this time, we can dismiss you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
You mind passing the mic to Coach? And now we'll continue with questions for Coach Dorns. I think they want you to talk into it for that. They're listening back there.
What?
I think they want you to talk into that.
I will. I need a question first.
Coach, obviously, film is different than real life. Was Morgan Weaver faster? I mean, in real life compared to the film sessions you guys may have had?
I don't know if you could tell, but we felt like we were ice skating. It seemed like every time we tried to change directions, we slipped. So we didn't really have any confidence defensively one-on-one or offensively one-on-one. Our 1v1 game defensively and offensively is the best part of our game. Our kids are duelers, and I couldn't really tell how good she would have been if we could have changed directions. We certainly scouted her, and here's what we knew. We knew they were going to hunt, which meant any ball played forward, they're going to go after it. But I didn't really anticipate that we'd be skating. So I think a part of the issue watching my team play is we're going to have to find a different, I guess, cleat to wear on Sunday because these don't work out there. There was one moment in the box in the first half where literally my right back slipped inside like 12 yards, and then my center back slipped, and they were just weaving right through us. I've never seen us slip so often in a game in my 40-plus years of coaching. And so I think it comes down to our footwear. We've got to find a way to basically dig in. So I think she's a wonderfully elite player. I couldn't really tell, though, because I've never seen anyone beat Macy Bell until tonight. And we played some pretty good strikers. And I'm not sure how good everyone is yet just because we are on ice skates. I want to see what happens if we can actually change directions. But to Washington State's full credit, they're very simple. Their ideas are to get the ball forward, get the ball in behind our backs. Their forwards are aggressive running onto it. And sometimes it's hard for me to identify one particular player or another because I don't know the Washington State players by number. But I'll tell you this, I know them by their passion, and they played a wonderfully passionate game. It made it very difficult for us. And so I want to give them absolutely full credit, and also full credit to their staff that encouraged this very aggressive style of play, because it was a very difficult challenge for us to play against. And it wasn't just the chances they created. We could see this when we were scouting them. Their ability to generate one corner kick after another is also absolutely fantastic. So they take a risk to go to the end line, and then they try to cross it. Obviously, we're trying to block it, and we're blocking so many out of bounds. And so they outshot us, which was certainly to their credit, but they also out-corner kicked us by a wide margin, and that's also to their full credit.
What did you tell Coach Schulenberg after the game, and what's been impressive about the way that they built the program up there at Washington State?
Well, what I told him, and he and I are connected through Tommy Stone, who he worked with for a while. And so we go back a bit. And what I really like about him is he doesn't get first pick in the Pac-12. So he's got to figure out a way to win not getting first pick, because Stanford gets first pick, UCLA gets second, Southern Cal gets third. And so where they're basically recruiting, they're really far down in the sort of draft picks in the recruiting game. So he's got to play a game to basically put him in every match. And I think to his credit, he blew up that entire side of the bracket, and very nearly, except for possibly a little bad luck, could have blown us up too. And so I think what he's done with his talent is he's created a way to win. And I give him absolutely full credit for that. and also his kids that just refused to die. So it was an extraordinary run for them. And honestly, I feel a bit lucky sitting here to be in the final.
You do feel like you guys were outplayed tonight? by
Yeah,
Wazoo?
I think so. I think they created more chances. And I think we were lucky. I think we were lucky to be in the final.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.